What is going on, everybody? So this is a video I've been meaning to do for a while, and it's a video I've been wanting to do, as you can see by the title, Suicide Hustlers. And I'm gonna try to go into it as much as I can. Now, me myself, I actually go through depression. I fight depression every day. Down syndrome. I also go through bipolar disorder and mood swings. And today's generation plays off of things, like that. They really do. From today's generation, with the people that you hear every day on the radio or YouTube or on streaming sites, and call them suicide hustlers. The problem is with that, you're playing off a real illness, a real disease. It's a chemical reaction that's released in the brain. And a lot of you also play off PTSD. Now, I know a lot of people say, oh, well, you can't get PTSD unless you're in the Army. That is not true. Matter of fact, you have more people that go through PTSD outside of being out of the military than you do inside. Now, me, I go through it. Yeah. Post-traumatic stress syndrome, because I have certain experiences that I had in the streets, things that I've seen, things that I've done, and things to where, you do have to be prepared. There used to be times I used to look over my shoulder a lot and be heavily paranoid, but that's something I had to learn how to let go. And, if something happens, when something happens. Now, today's generation, we did fail them, because a lot of us, we had them. Those that are 28, 30, 35, hitting to their early 40s, we chose to ignore kids because we always said, we're going to be better parents than our parents were to us, because the 80s with our parents and the 70s were cocaine era. No, the 70s were the weed era. 80s were the cocaine era. So our parents moved that down to us, which we were known as the heroin era. Heroin. In the 90s. From the 2000s, we moved from heroin to weed next. And now, us in the mid-thousands, we're going into what is the lean pill generation. We let them down because of the shit we were doing. And you were hoping that they would learn from our experiences not to do what we do. Also, because of that, they see a lot of these other people who in their time was playing off suicide hustlers, and you're not really going through that. You're not depressed. You ain't thinking about suicide. You ain't got nothing to be depressed about. And a lot of you really don't go through that. And those that were playing off that end up getting their lives claimed over the stupid shit that they were doing. X was a suicide hustler. Alright? Mac Miller, suicide hustler. Little Peep, suicide hustler. Them cats were not depressed like that. They were not going through it like that. They were playing off of that. Thing is, they had too many yes people around them. Now, along with being in the music stuff, and I really seen that's true. You do have drugs that play into the mix. You're going to get quick high. You want time to feel slow for you. Thing is, you got addicted to that drug. They weren't really fucking depressed. They weren't thinking about suicide. No, they were playing off that. They were, I guess today's quote terms were clout chasing off that. They're actually real people, man, that actually go through the shit that I'm talking about. I do. On top of that, yeah, I was born a crack baby. Now, not everyone's situation being born a crack baby is going to be the same. As you see, not everyone's going to end up autistic. Now, yeah, I know that's the highest thing that you see in that, but not everyone's case is going to be the same, man. It really isn't. So, sadly, a lot of them think it's cool. You just want to get messed up all the damn time, and to where you're a substance abuser. Yeah, you're a drug abuser. And because of that, being a drug abuser, you're playing off, again, a real illness of others doing that. You know, you're playing off people's other stories, experiences. The only thing this generation is having, is really being domestic violence a lot. Yeah. A lot of domestic violence. Well, don't you know depression? Don't you know thoughts of suicide and drugs play into that as well? Thing is, again, this generation is not depressed. They're a bunch of suicide hustlers. You know, but where this originally all started at, I couldn't tell you guys, man, because back then, in a certain area, you weren't hearing about it. You weren't hearing about people being depressed and being suicidal, because a lot of that took place behind closed doors, man. Yeah, a lot of that took place behind closed doors. Plus, there were a lot of things for kids to get into at the time. You know, with the 80s, you had the cocaine use. Celebrities behind closed doors did a lot of cocaine. A good majority of them weren't depressed, so a good majority of them were not suicidal. But the life they lived ended up getting to them. For the children of that time, you had school programs, you had a lot of things, you know, from in school, outside of school to do. Same thing with the 90s. You know, you had a heroin use. A lot of people used heroin to escape. A lot, even though a lot of them, again, were not really depressed. And some who were, you know, a lot of that stuff was behind closed doors. A lot of it was behind closed doors. But again, you had, you know, more things outside of, for people to get involved in. That's why you just didn't hear about it at the time. You had stuff going inside and outside of school, things on the block for kids every day, get to go see their partners, stuff to keep them busy. You had good television at times too. As a matter of fact, you did have good television all the time. You had the Sega and the PS1 going as well. But mainly you were outside a lot. In early 2000, 2005, there were still those things going on, but a lot of it started dying out because something or somebody else came into play and said, let's all become suicide hustlers. Let's just take away everything else and put back absolutely nothing and just make it seem, again, to where a video that I've done called Communication, to working the communication is cut off. And that's one of the things why you just didn't hear about the kind of stuff going on at a certain era and a certain time, because there was communication. You know, communication is important. Today's generation, again, does not have that type of communication. You know, they don't talk to each other. They're not communicating. Like, real talk. They don't communicate. You guys, what, you think liking and commenting on someone's pics on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, if it's still being used? I mean, I deactivated my Twitter last night. To me, Twitter's dead now. Or Snapchatting somebody, or just texting someone, or hanging out on Xbox Live or PS4 Live. It's communication. It's not communication. The only time you really communicate with your friends, it seems like, is in school. Outside of school, you guys have no communication. Then you have another outside circle. Some of you were, we gonna go to the club shit. We're gonna get stupid drunk, think it's cute, take pictures. hey, yeah, we communicate. No, that ain't communication. You know, sometimes you have to turn down in life and not go out all the time. Sometimes you just need to sit back and enjoy life for what it is. So going into that, again, this generation for me being a 28-year-old, about to be in my 30s, they're all fucking suicidal hustlers. You're not really going through the shit. You're playing off of fucking real illness, man. If you really want to do something about it, reach out to those that really have it. Talk to them. Sit down. Figure out what they're going through. You know, the biggest ones, you know, out of some of those that go through it, a lot of them don't get to live. They commit suicide. A lot of them don't get to see their kids because it's tearing them apart from their families. Especially those in foster care. Because a good majority of them kids ain't gonna make it out. So rather than playing off a fucking real illness, guys should go back and help those that really have it. Talk to them. Hang out with them for a day. Do something for them. Because it will mean something. Rather than playing off it, you should help them. Now me, I'm in no state to help them. But I'm trying to use my voice on social media like this, on YouTube, to give a message. This is what this channel's about. Yeah, I understand it's called Cheddar Cherry 931 because that's the title I chose. But you know what? This channel is about political, which is politics, awoke, which is being woke spiritually and mentally and growing beyond your expectations and sending out a message. You know, I use my voice and I see some of the comments are kind of, you know, people getting, you know, I'm getting underneath people's skin. It's because I'm speaking the truth. I'm speaking the truth. I shouldn't have to show everything that I'm talking about as proof. You're talking to somebody that actually been through it. You're talking to somebody that's actually seen it and has done it. That's me. So I speak off real life experiences, man. While a lot of you just sit back and play off the illness of others. And it's a real sickening thing to watch. Because a lot of you, again, you're just suicide hustlers. And those that are watching this video that may actually be going through something, those that actually have the illness, this is for y'all, man, because I know what it's like. And you think just because taking medication that's prescribed to you is going to do something for it? No. Anything that medication makes matters worse because it adds to the problem, not part of the solution. I know that because them pills mess with your mind, even with the ones that are DNA made for you, like mine's were. They cause you to have blackouts. They make you not to eat. And when you're having blackouts, you don't know what you're doing because you're not remembering. You don't have control over your body and you start tripping out really super bad. And here's how it works. You black out. You're trying to wake up like your body's moving, but in your mind it feels like you're asleep. And you can't, your brain can't send signals to your body and your body can't send signals to your brain. And that stuff is in your system for like several days, 2 or 3 days at the most, sometimes a week. And once you come down from it, you're not remembering anything at all. You know, there's times, you know, I go out for my walks and when that stuff it was in my system, I had to be told by different people that I was tripping out, that I almost got hit by cars, and I was playing with fucking traffic. And the stuff was getting to me so much that one night I just had a total spaz attack, just tripped out because of those pills. Medication that they describe for people like that, again, it doesn't work, it doesn't help. It's part of the problem, not part of the solution, man. Not part of the solution. That's why you need to stop playing off people's fucking illnesses like that. That goes from, again, look at the examples that just happened. X, Pete, Post Malone, no, Mac Malone or Mac Miller, whatever the fuck his name is. Then you even have Post Malone that's playing off it. You have Sosa that's playing off of it. Little Yachty that's playing off of it. Little Xanax is playing off it. He's definitely pump faking about it. Who in the fuck gets an overdose off smoking hot chips, man? Like, seriously. Because of that, there was a recall on a lot of that because a lot of the kids started doing that. They seen him do it. That's why they pulled the big bags off the shelves. It's that little fuckhead like him. You have people like Little Uzi, Tekashi playing off of that shit. None of you all are depressed and suicide like that. You're playing off fucking something and taken from the gothic emo world and stealing. Reach out to people that actually go through something like that, man. They need somebody to listen to them. They need somebody that just wants to sit down and communicate with. Spend time with them. Take them out. Do something with them. Just don't be playing off somebody else's real fucking illnesses like that because you're not really going through it. You're just trying to make money from it. So, this generation, man, is ass fucking backwards. Really bad when it comes to that. Really bad. So, I'm out. I hope that you guys learned something in this video. And I know a lot of you are going to get pissy about it, but that's just how it goes, man. People like me, we go through actually that, and I have to do what makes me happy every day. You know, me, one thing that gets to me, I can't work, I can't get a job because I ended up not having full 3 years of high school. I ended up getting a fake diploma by the state through the school. I never had a real job before, so I never worked at a job. I never had a full year of college experience. I never had good credit. I got learning disabilities. Right, I got some health issues. Along with that, I have no vehicle of my own. So what makes me happy, again, you know, I do music, so me putting out my music and getting the stuff made for it makes me happy, even though I treat it like a job. And I don't get paid for it because there's no money to be made as a local artist. And if somebody says there is, they're lying, and they're playing off their rent money for that month and week. What makes me happy is doing stuff like this. This makes me happy. Talking like this before people can see it. Me going out for my walks every day makes me happy because I'm also working on my heart area. I got a really bad heart that the doctor won't do nothing for. Me recording gameplay, getting ready for next year to drop a lot of new content on my Jazzy Entertainment channel. That's making me happy. Me going out collecting movies that I like makes me happy. Going to the Give Me 5 when I have extra money makes me happy. Even though it's used stuff, I like digging around. I like to collect, you know, cables. I'm a cable collector. And those that's going to see the video either before this or after this, you're going to see two different titles. How collecting saved my life, and then the prequel collection video as well. So it's a lot to really, you know, learn from. So man, I hope you guys, you know, enjoyed, and I'm out.